been called lots of stuff. Yeah, I've done a lot of deed. I've had it rough and tough. You know I've smoked a lot of weed. Mellow, don't you know? Well, I've learned a thing or two, like when and where I should go to, what I should or shouldn't do. I've been left alone, no company, but that's alright with me, 'cause I'm big and ugly. I'm big and ugly. I'd like to let it grow, you know I'm talking about my beard. I'll have you all know that I know sometimes it might look weird, but I got a friend upstairs whom I'll keep confiding in. I know he's there 'cause when I knock he always lets me in. Brings me peace with what it is and what is not for me. To accept what I see, they're looking back at me as big and ugly. Big and ugly. I could have been small and cute and play a flute like a dream, or sing like an angel, maybe play ukulele. But I got to work with my hands and keep dragging it along, banging on that old guitar. Sometimes I'll write a song. I lose a few friends, so it seems I got no enemies. What you get is what you see, that's how it is with me, 'cause I'm big and ugly. I'm big and ugly. Big and ugly.
Hey, everybody, and we're back. It's Friday night, November 7th, 2025.
Did we say N-word back?
N-word back.
Is that what'd you dress up for us on Halloween?
I dressed up as an adult, and I stayed home.
I was N-word Scissorhands.
Oh, okay. Your all famous alter ego from the internet, where you game and kill. Can we talk about Hollywood? I almost said 4th of July. Hollywood, Halloween, the West. They shut down. It's like the LA Marathon, where they shut down like all of Santa Monica Boulevard. I guess.
I don't know why gays get to do. They shut down more shit than the Dodgers did.
Yeah, the gays literally shut that fucking street down like 36,000 times a year.
And I feel like every month is Pride Month for them. There's no.
Yeah. They literally have their own. They're like Skid Row. They have their own part of the city that's just covered in cardboard and cum.
Which section of town has less diseases?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Because they're different diseases, right?
They are, yeah.
One is like typhoid, the other one's AIDS. Right?
Yeah, one is sickle cell, the other one is suckle cell.
Monkey cocks.
Monkey cock. Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny too, because like if you want to talk about signs of the apocalypse, I think it's when they meet. When the two converge, it's all Yeah.
when it gets juicy.
When it gets juicy. That's right. It's
When it starts getting into that, that's when you mix them all together.
yeah. I knew we wouldn't get out of here without some Slink tonight. My God.
Please. Slink is another person.
Oh, okay. Well, I see. I'm confusing them. Skid Row, West Hollywood. Who could tell the difference?
You better not have no Skid Row around me.
Okay. It took me a second. It took me a second.
That's an invitation.
Okay. All right. God damn.
Who do you think's like shit more? Nasty prisoners like that or Indians? Don't worry, it's Indians.
What is the show turned into? In the first, is this a would you rather? And the answers are bleh and bleh.
Yeah. Well, we were bombarded with things all day for the last couple of days on the internet, making me compare women. Like they want to compare.
It started this week with like, and this is what I think is so funny. So we got to talk about this. It started this week with the elections, and the biggest one was the New York one.
Right.
And literally, and what I think is so funny is people go, can you believe they elected a communist? And I go, no, but I can believe they elected a Muslim because, you know, and this is what's fucking retarded. New York has allowed itself to become London, where they've just been like, bring us all of your, you know, refugee Syrians and your Muslims and your Indians and your H-1Bs and everything else. And then that combined with the fact that America is turning into not even America first, but how about Israel never? And they were just like, you know, what would be the funniest thing is if we took the la's and we put them in charge of New York where they all live.
Now you have to force us to like the Jays.
Yeah. It's so in a weird way, like, you know, the American in me hates that we elected a Muslim communist in the biggest city in the United States. The internet comedian troll in me is like, this is the funniest thing you could do because that is like the Israel of America is New York. And they're like, oh my God, they wanted the enemy.
Dude, day after the election, though, they were like, look what we woke up to. Swastikas drawn on our Jewish center. And you go, dude, what kind of juicy Smollett shit just happened here?
Yeah, and there's literally a video of a guy with like a Hasidic hat, like riding around a bunch.
Did you see what the headline said about the video that got released?
No.
Man in fedora.
Yeah, man in fedora.
Yeah. He's dressed like Darkwing Duck. You want me to fucking pretend that's a fucking...
Listen, I didn't say anything about them. I was talking about the men in the fedoras.
Yes, exactly.
Okay? Listen, all you say, I didn't say Jew. You guys said Jew. I said in the fedora. Okay.
Do you think that's the worst part about the commentary online from this? I think it's the fact that these goofy bitches now think that his wife is hot. These delusional retards.
Hey, people saying she's hotter than Melania. I was like,
first of all, you're comparing her to a grandma. That's how you know she's not hot.
I'll fuck the grandma for real. Like, this is when they tried to be like, what's her name? Ella, whatever. Kamala Harris's stepdaughter. They're like, look,
same deal.
And I'm like, that's a trans, right? That's a trans.
Dude, they try and go, she's so hot. What a baddie. I'm like, she's objectively hideous. This woman.
I mean,
she has bug eyes like the typical fucking Iranian fucking whatever. And bags under the eyes too. A hooked wench nose.
All day.
She's idealistic of a witch. If you were going to draw a witch, if you said, what does a witch look like? She's
in what I like to call the IDF. I don't fuck.
Yes, I don't
fuck.
And he's a gay theater kid. Of course, he's bearding with that thing, and they're like, "Oh, isn't she so hot?" They're calling her the first lady of New York.
Oh,
have we ever called anybody's mayor the first lady of anything?
No. I don't even know if does Giuliani even have a wife. I like to think that he doesn't.
I don't care, but ew.
His wife was New York.
Nice.
If we learned anything,
and the Yankees.
Yes, his wife is the Yankees and the Sopranos. He's married to the city.
Hey, that was a good man what he did.
Yeah, it's a sin. Yeah. So, yay Muslims, go New York. I mean, listen, this is what has to happen though. New York has to fall so that we can save the rest of America. I think it's a pretty obvious trade.
I'm still stuck on this whole fucking she's a baddie thing because they're trying to tell me what's hot and what isn't. And this goes into what we wanted to open the show with.
Well, this is the same thing. This is the trans thing. This is like this reverse psychology.
It's gaslighting.
Yeah,
it's like gaslighting.
You're trying to tell me that uglier women are hot, so much to the point now where you're like, look at these men with these tits. Don't you like them? And I go, people didn't like them when I was in high school and I had them. So what? When this switch?
They're just trying to say that woke is hot. Fucking being a commie is hot. And you're like, stop. They're not going to give you babies. They're sterile. They're not going to, they're not going to do it. They want you to get abortions so they can abuse you. Like every fucking white knight leftist dude who's like, yay, feminism is a rapist. Like I'm convinced of it. So there's not so when they're trying to tell me that his wife is hot, it's the same people trying to tell me that Sydney Sweeney isn't.
Yeah. I mean, this is fucking crazy. And like this, this Sydney Sweeney thing is fucking wild because this literally came out yesterday. This came out yesterday, right? And this has already become like an all-time meme of her with this interviewer. Hold on. I don't know why you're not on the stage. This is really jamming up the works here.
We're good now.
Yeah. Open this in the no, don't open this in a new tab, you fucking bitch.
Motherfucking bitch. Anyway, click that. For those who weren't aware, Sydney Sweeney sat down with this
here it is. Know your name. Yeah. I mean, the greatest thing ever is just this face. Just that. First of all, I like that Sydney Sweeney showed up to this interview and it looked like she just got done getting fucked. Which I think is like right off the bat.
Fucking Tom Brady.
No. She's supposedly banging out Scooter Braun's.
Really?
I have a theory about that. We can get into that in a minute. But this sort of meme, oh yeah, people are saying same energy as the thing from that. And then this one, millennial smirk. I got to be honest, like I think the girl on the left, the interviewer, is more fucked meme-wise long-term than Sydney Sweeney is, because this girl's face in this thing, like, so like, specifically, I wanted to give you an opportunity to address the white supremacy of the ad specifically. And she's going to have awful white liberal meme face for the rest of her life.
Dude, I mean, that's the first thing I want to even say is like this idea that like, don't you think in this climate, and I just want to give you an opportunity, like white people should not be making
jokes.
She said, yeah, but specifically, white people shouldn't be making genetic supremacy jokes. And I'm like, but everyone else can?
This is the other thing that's kind of insane to me.
And she said, I want to give you an opportunity. Like, all I could think of was The Departed. Remember who you work for.
Yeah. This is kind of nuts in the sense that like, and this, by the way, this is how Hollywood has worked for a long time, where she was like basically held the proverbial gun to her head and was like, I'm going to give you an opportunity to say sorry for something that's not even a problem now. And, it's funny, as much as people want to pretend that Sydney's not conservative, the way she handled this is definitely proof that she is. Because first of all, if she was a liberal, all this talk out there, this chatter that she's actually base conservative, she would be fighting that. She would be like, no, please don't think that. I'm not. And then furthermore, she would have taken, if she were liberal at all, she would have taken this bait in some way. She doesn't take this bait at all. She doesn't even say no comment in a way that's like attackable. She just goes, yeah, if I have an opinion, something I care about.
If there's something I feel like you'll know.
Yeah, like people will know. They'll hear it from me. It was the biggest stiff arm to this demand to bow to wokeness that anyone has ever seen. And it's a masterclass in PR. And what's really smart about this from Sydney Sweeney's perspective is she's not liberal, right? So she's not going to come out and capitulate to this shit. But she also knows that there's nothing to be gained by coming out as a conservative. It gives people.
Yeah, but that's the sad part, though. That she has to. That's how you have to do that in the fucking industry. Is like these motherfuckers can espouse all types of bullshit. Fucking kill your baby. Trans women are women. Yeah, fucking black women are the best. All this stupid shit that they say.
Well, even all the beginning of the Free Palestine shit was like. This is what's crazily controversial from my perspective is I'm like, hey, let's not fund Israel, but let's also not free Palestine. What are we talking about? This is insane. Like,
let them fight their own wars.
Fucking fight it. Like that's us. We're hockey referees where I'm like, listen, if they both hit the ice and their heads start bleeding, then we'll get involved. But like, let's get to that
especially
point.
When they go, so you're saying Israel doesn't have a right to exist. I go, by your logic, Palestine has a right to exist. I'm saying they both have a right to exist, and may the best man win.
Yes, yes, they have a right to exist. No more than you or I have a right to exist. But
you don't have a right. You don't have a right to fund them.
Well, having a right to exist doesn't mean you're guaranteed survival. Like, all we have to do is look back through, I don't know, any part of human history ever and be like, yeah, every civilization had a right to exist. They all didn't make it. I'm pretty sure.
You have also a right to defend yourself against anybody who's coming in. So, like,
yeah. Do you
which
think,
is fine.
Genghis Khan was riding roughshod all over Gukugachu that they were like, hold on a minute.
Place or a person?
Yeah, it's all of it. Gukugachu is pretty much everything south of Russia and west of us.
Wait a minute.
Gukugachu.
Is that what they say? That's what. So was John Lennon talking about Yoko Ono in that song?
Yeah, Gukugachu. Yes, exactly. I am the lizard king.
Well, I am the Eggman.
Yeah. I am the. Well, shut
they
the fuck.
They love eggs over there.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Donnie. You're out of your element. Yeah. So, yeah. What is with the China with the eggs? Did I ever tell you that I saw one of the hottest Asian women I've ever seen in my life? She was flying. This was when I was flying back from somewhere,
and she was eating eggs.
She was eating hard-boiled eggs, and I was like, I cannot. She was with her parents, who were like boomer age parents, and she was like the smoking hottest Asian chick I've ever seen. She had the glasses, and she's
wait a minute. Was she eating those like soy soaked eggs?
I don't know.
They have.
Oh no, these were from home.
Yeah, but like hard boiled eggs, but they like soak them in like soy sauce and some other shit for like a week.
I don't know. You mean were they brown? I don't know. I didn't. All I saw was egg come out of the suitcase, and I went, ugh. I moved my seats. I fled the terminal. I was like Tom Hanks in Terminal. I was like Krakosia. And I went and slept in another terminal. I missed my flight entirely. I was like, if they're on my flight, I'm not on this flight. This is where I draw the line.
I couldn't do that. I'm not missing a flight because somebody else is a fucking piece of shit.
Because somebody else is too Chinese. Well, there's a too Chinese thing. Some people don't get on a plane if the person they're sitting next to is too fat. I won't get on if something too Chinese is happening. I just can't.
How many people do you think missed their flight because you were too fat?
I'd like to think a couple.
Like a few of them were like,
listen, I will say,
first of all, get this lady's face out of my face.
Seriously? Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to think somebody at one point walked up and saw me and then were like, the only seats next to him, I'll take the next flight. Like I like to think that's happened one time.
How many times have they walked down the aisle and gone
me and went
to the
nope.
directly to the flight attendant and was like, excuse me, this guy is spilling over to my seat.
No, that's never happened. Because I'm good at tucking. Like I tuck, I get in the window seat and I tuck and I tuck and I suck. And I had the hoodie up and I have the sunglasses on. I look like Phil Locke, the Unabomber.
I make myself really big.
Well, you can't help it. You're a giant.
No, but I make myself bigger
so that people stay away from you.
Yeah, so that if I look and they're in the window and I'm in the aisle, I'm like, put your shit on the seat.
I know that you like to think you make yourself bigger, but you can't be bigger than you are. You are already.
I'm not that wide though.
The funny thing is I'm way fatter than you.
Yeah, but I'm like longer.
You would be way worse to fly next to than me, and everyone here knows it, and you know it, and I know it, and everyone here knows it.
How is that the case?
Because your legs are going to be all jutting out in every direction like a goddamn daddy long legs.
I recline my seat too.
Already at death. It's off the plank. You recline it.
They're charging you $500. Why the fuck should I not recline my seat? It goes back.
Why not jerk off on the flight too if you feel so inclined, I guess.
That's illegal.
Okay, well, so it shows.
There's no jerk off button. There's a recline button.
So too should be reclining.
Shut it down.
Should no reclining the. I fucking hate the reclining seats.
That doesn't make sense. I never understood that attitude. Your seat also reclines.
Yeah, I don't want to be forced to recline. I want to choose to recline. When the guy in front of me reclines, now it's a recline gun to the head.
Why do you not want to recline?
Because I like to be upright, and that helps me talk. I don't want to be looking like a seal, just laying back, the fucking tits up.
So you don't want to recline because you're afraid of spillage.
No, actually, that would reduce.
You can't tuck and suck.
The stretching out would probably reduce spillage.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck about them. I'm tucked. I'm good. Like I'm not.
I don't know, dude.
I'm not seatbelt extender fat yet, so I'm okay, right? Actually,
why are you saying yeah?
No, what do you mean?
Why are you saying yet?
Well, because the Thanksgiving is coming up.
You don't ever want to be in seatbelt extender size.
I did have one flight one time ever where I needed a seatbelt extender, and it was but it was, in my defense, it was like one of those really, really old. It was one of those really, don't put the glasses back up. It was one of those like really, really, really old like Delta flights, and you're just like, okay, these seatbelts are made out of wood, so I'm gonna need the extender.
That fucking I know the one flight for sure that they were like, we're not letting Josh Danny on there. The fucking Kanye one where they're like,
no, that was 100%. With the pilot
is like, absolutely not. He can't ride.
Yeah, no. The funniest thing ever was Ye was like, "Is he coming with us?" And before I could even reply, he's like, "Are you coming with us?" The pilot was like, "Absolutely not. We can't. We just can't. We can't take him. We cannot."
So fat.
It was so funny. It was the funniest being called fat in my entire life. Was a pilot goes, "FAA regulate. I cannot." You've
never been kicked off a ride?
I don't get on rides. Who gets on rides with my
body? I get on rides.
You first of all, you stop it. You do not have a let me on the ride body. You are the ride. Okay? Stop. I don't even like the
I need thrills in my life.
Yeah, get them in Compton. Okay? You're not a rideman. You do not ride on anything.
But I'm saying, never in your teen years, high school, nothing, you never been kicked off a ride?
I don't get on rides, but no, I never got. I haven't always been this fat.
I've been tall for a while. When I was in college, we went to Busch Gardens in Tampa, and I waited an extra 30 minutes to sit on the front row of this ride, and they were like, "Nope."
Yeah.
And it's so funny too, because they'll do a thing where they tell you like they can't push on the guest.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm telling you, I'm like, I'm one click away, dude. I know it. Just click. And they're like, we can't push on the guest. I'm like, I'm the guest. You can push. They're like, sir, we're not gonna. And the whole thing goes up. Like, it was just like, psh, and you're like, cool. Now my fucking harness is up. No, the whole ride has to then be stalled. The whole ride has to be delayed.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, number 5, you're gonna have to get up. And I'd be like, oh God, am I number 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're number 5.
You're number 5. I don't even need to look at the board. You're number 5.
Then you do like the scooch butt thing across the row of fucking 8 people or whatever it is. Like, excuse me, I gotta, excuse me. Like
there's nothing I love.
Embarrassing.
There's nothing I loved more than when my ex and her sisters and her mom were like, we're going to go skydiving. And they go, do you want to come? The weight limit is 250 pounds. And I went, oh no, I'm just over it. And they were like, oh yeah, well maybe someday. And I go, I'll never not be just over it. There's nothing.
Isn't it sad that we have to lose like 75 pounds just to have another grown man strapped to you to do a tandem jump before you can jump by yourself?
Exactly. I gotta lose 50 pounds to die gay? No, absolutely not.
You gotta lose 50 pounds just so they're like,
just so I can die gay.
Well, just so people can assume you're gay when you die.
Listen, yeah, exactly.
You're not dying gay. You're not like, all right, better suck this dick since there's a guy strapped to my back.
Like if you happened upon 2 men strapped to each other back to front, you'd go, well, these guys clearly fucked each other to death in the middle of this field. You wouldn't think they fell out of a plane. You'd go, these guys clearly fucked each other to death out here in the middle of this wilderness.
Yeah, but one of them has a parachute.
Yeah, he was the one losing.
I think that's the big guy's condom.
It's like when the parachute goes off on a drag racer. It's so that it doesn't go too far in.
It's so I don't come that hard.
Exactly. It's part of it's an advanced pull-out method, if we're being honest.
You don't use parachute? Please.
Yeah.
But going back to Sydney's face and the whole interview thing, I want to really like dive into the whole I want to give you an opportunity thing, because like, first of all, who the fuck is this bitch to saying like, I represent all of liberalism and I'm going to give you this opportunity.
She does now, whether she ever wanted to or not, because that face is the face of like liberal ill for the rest of eternity.
And the fact that they're saying like, I feel about this jeans ad, you know, it was really racist. And you go, hold on. Hey, stupid. Like, do you know what she could have said to this bitch? She could have easily been like, no, I'm hot. You're ugly. That's why you're offended by it. You're not hot. It's about hot jeans, not white ones. Yeah, we could have had me and then the background just a bunch of other hot bitches from every other race. It would have been a hot girl ad, and ugly bitches still would have been mad about it. Fat black girls are the only ones that were offended. They're like flicking off her ad campaign and shit, and you'd be like, now you're seeing. I think I showed you on the X headlines when this story came up yesterday. So now it's like broadcast as a headline and a story. The number one thing is a fat black girl like flicking it off. And the other number one top tweet is somebody going, she's famous because of a black woman and a trans woman on a show. And you'd be like, yeah, that's why she's famous. That's why they're all box office draws.
Yeah, we all know how Hunter Schafer is the star of hold on a minute. Surely he's done something other than Euphoria, right? It's been some kind of movie, it's like a Marvel or nothing. And you know how Zendaya did that black and white movie where she had sex with that guy? There was that. That was on Netflix, so there was no box office for that.
She had the threesome with the two weird looking ugly gay dudes.
Yeah, that movie didn't make shit, by the way. That thing
Everybody's like, oh my God, that movie's so hot. You got to see it. And you see like 5 minutes of it, you go, first of all, these guys are fucking gay and ugly.
Yes.
If you're going to put gay people in this and I'm supposed to care, make them good looking gay guys that you go like, damn, I'm scared of that. Right. Lean into the homophobia of the straight people. Don't tell me. Don't go like, well, they're hideous and gay. Who cares?
Exactly. Exactly. And here's the other harsh reality too is like this is the thing that's so much better about the 90s when we had gay duo, like two gay guys teaming up on broads. We had Interview with a Vampire with fucking Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. The two hottest dudes in the history of dude together. These are hot guys. You ever heard of a hot guy, Carl? These are hot guys.
I don't know if they're the hottest dudes in the history of dudes, but this is pretty gay combo.
Okay. Early 90s, they were the two they were both mega movie stars. And then they were like, yeah, we'll be gay vampires together. Why not? And I was like, and so it's like, okay, you don't go get
but okay. Just I guess my point being is like, there's a reason Brokeback Mountain made money compared to that fucking Champions movie.
Hold on, you think me like an Interview with the Vampire is more gay than you just bringing up Brokeback Mountain?
No, I'm saying if they're having gay movies and stuff, you can't say like Zendaya is the fucking reason and be like, no, she was just like an afterthought. And if anything, they're like, yeah, we'll throw this little skinny bitch in the mix. We don't care.
By the way, do you remember who the female love interest was in Brokeback Mountain?
I never saw it.
It was Michelle Williams, and that would turn you and I gay too. If that was the only chick in Montana, I'd be like, you know what? I think we got to be gay guys.
That's my dad used to say about Mina Savari and other ugly actresses. I mean, I wouldn't cross the street for her.
Yeah. I remember when they introduced her as like Dawson Creek's new girlfriend after Joey, Katie Holmes, and I was like, hold on.
Another thing I never watched.
We're supposed to feel good that he's gonna fuck this fat girl now. What are we talking?
His name was Dawson's Creek. Dawson Creek.
No, I just called him Dawson's Creek, like a black guy. Listen, when you put the hoodie up, sometimes you do some nog things. You know, I call him Dawson's Creeks.
But saying that she's famous, going back to Sydney, saying that she's famous because of a tranny and a black woman. Zandaya's barely black.
Yes, hardly black. And by the way,
and the other tranny, it's the same. They were both the first thing that they ever did. Sydney Sweeney was in indie movies and some other shit, but nobody heard of her.
And Zendaya was a Disney kid. And by the way,
no, I meant like the tranny. She's never been in anything.
Yes. And by the way, everyone in that show made everyone involved in that show because the directing was incredible. Everybody's acting performances were incredible. The script was incredible. And it's one of the best shot television shows of the last 20 years.
Yeah. So, and then Jacob Elordi or whatever went on to be he's a movie star.
Yeah. Everyone in that fucking show went on to be a star, except the fat girl. She didn't really go anywhere, but everyone else in that show has gone on to do enormous things.
And the saying like, yeah, that's the only reason she's famous. And then they want to tell you what the genes meant. Like she's saying, I don't know if you knew this, but it's pretty racist. And and then the thing that also bothers me is when they talk in these fucking, again, I call them assumed truths. And she goes, in this climate. What climate?
What climate? The winning America climate? What climate?
I thought it was climate change. What climate?
What climate?
What does it
have to do with supremacy of whites?
If you see a hot white chick and go, this girl's a white supremacist, you think white people are better. Period.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Nobody else is thinking that. They just go, oh, what a pretty white girl. Or damn, she's got tits.
This is kind of my line in the sand is like, you know when I'll listen to black people talk about white supremacy? When Beyonce shows up at the courthouse and turns in her blonde hair. How about that? How about you turn in your gun and your badge and your blonde hair and you can be black? Okay. Until then, when you keep chasing whiteness, all right, lemonade ain't have shit to do with the drink, dog. It was about her trying to become Taylor Swift. You know, and that's what these ugly, burnt to a crisp black bitches hate more than anything, is that like even your own kind of men want that more than you.
Yeah, they don't. And the other thing is like, it goes right into the whole body positivity thing.
Yes.
And like Lizzo is trying to lose weight. Now, why? What happened to bitch? I'm fat and I'm beautiful and you don't like it. What happened?
Because I'm reeling from Josh saying Euphoria is one of the best shot shows of last 20 years. If you don't think the cinematography in that show is incredible, you're a fucking retard.
Yeah, you could watch that show on mute and it looks good.
The fucking Japanese guy or whatever who shot all of that stuff, his name is like Hideo Nakataka. He's gone on to shoot all kinds of shit since that show. And
Godzilla -1.
Every single show. Oh, I can't prove that other. I just won't. I wouldn't even know. But yeah, man, like that. Everyone is copying that guy. It's like the guy who used to shoot for Sam Mendes, who did Road to Perdition and American Beauty and everything else. Like that dude, before he died, everybody was trying to copy his fucking shooting style. So, you know, there come these cinematographers, Christopher Nolan's guy, the fucking Dutch dude or whatever. There are these directors who have these killer cinematographers, not to be confused with Kilimanjaros.
Yeah, name them. How many great TV shows in the last 20 years? Sopranos is 25 years old.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there really isn't. What can
you name? Walking Dead is not beautifully shot.
Oh yeah, no. I'm confusing him with the Japanese guy. Was not that show. It was something else I'm thinking of. But yeah, Marcel Rev is the cinematographer who did.
Either way, it looks good. Like I don't. People will be like, oh, this is like it objectively looks good. There's plenty of shows that have been shot that you go, this fucking looks like shit. I mean, this is a good show and stuff. Breaking Bad doesn't have amazing cinematography. Oh, because fucking what's his name? The creator would always put a camera inside a weird object, like the stove, or like the microwave cam, or like the boiler cam, or something like that. That was their signature thing. They didn't have beautiful cinematography. Like what? We're like objectively, like be objective here. We're not saying the tranny's beautiful. We're not saying Zendaya's beautiful. We're not even saying Sydney Sweeney's beautiful. We're saying the cinematography was. Stay on task.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the thing is it's kind of hard you can't really judge the Sopranos cinematography by today's standard because it was like the first TV show that was shot cinematically at all. So
yeah, Oz was shot kind of like in a cinematic way, but there was no walking around panning the camera around the family talking, you know, like you walk into a kitchen, it's boom, it's there. Here's Tony, there's the kid, there's like everything's going on, or wherever they're at. It's like a over the shoulder cam. It's this, there's different dialogue cams, like people running out. You just felt like you're immersed in the show. There wasn't that many shows that ever did that, and not at a full length like that. ER was like chaotic and the camera shaking and shit, but no drama was shot the way The Sopranos was. And like, I don't know. It's maybe I'm retarded.
Well, one show that I thought was shot like shit was The Wire. That's part of the reason why I could never get into it, because it was still shot like a procedural TV show, which I couldn't get into.
Yeah. That very Dick Wolfy kind of. Right.
Yeah. So that was part of why, because that you know, that was at the time when everything cinematically became or it was becoming more like film, and that was still that was still a show at the time that felt like TV, and I couldn't get into it.
The 5 best shows on that, like as far as how it looks aesthetically, are HBO shows, right? You think of Sopranos, Game of Thrones, I'll throw Euphoria on there. Like that's why it was successful. It was like a hyper stylized sort of thing of like high school would never look this fucking way. They're on drugs and shit. And you're like, this is kind of glamorous. Right? Like you're
Right.
like this bitch's a crackhead.
Yeah, I think the guy I'm thinking of maybe shot Atlanta. The Japanese guy.
We're in the weeds on this shit though.
Yes, that's who I'm thinking of. Hiro Murai. That's who I'm thinking of. And what did Hiro Murai shoot? I almost said that name. But everyone sort of copied this guy's aesthetic and this guy's look. But yeah, he did. Do
you like how the bear is shot?
Yes, definitely.
I think that does the majority of the work, right? The camera angles to give you the intensity.
Yeah, I don't even know.
The acting performance doesn't give that much intensity if it doesn't have this close-up tight shot.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's necessarily. By the way, the bear shot by Hiro Murai. So the thing about the bear is I don't even know that it's so much how it's shot, that it's the way it's cut, the way it's edited, like bam, 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 like and the fast cut, like the way it's shot builds the anxiety of the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you feel like you're in the shit. Like it's sort of like a Vietnam movie, like that opening scene of Saving Private Ryan. Like you feel like you're in that shit.
You wanted to bring this up, but I just seen this as a headline and people were talking shit about it, and they're like, she's making money dancing on his grave. Candace Owens podcast is number one worldwide currently.
What do you think about that? What does that say to you culturally? Because I'm very curious as to how you interpret Candace Owens becoming the number one podcast. And I have some thoughts about how she reacted to it.
I think I haven't seen her reaction about it other than she posted a tweet that was like fire emojis or something. Her being number one is sort of like, I wouldn't say an indictment on America, but it's sort of like revealing that no, Americans like to know, we want to know the answers to the questions that we have. And we also are way more conspiracy oriented and sort of that mindset than people even laid on to. Yeah. And she's the only one that continues to talk about Charlie Kirk's assassination and how it's almost as if people know that, like, dude, if I died like this, I would want my friend to keep talking about me on their show and like find out what happened to me. Right. It's almost like that. And then they'll go like, oh, I bet she'll have something to say. But like, and as soon as you say like, and kind of stand up and have the JQ, and then they attack you and say, she's a demon, she's an anti-Semite and stuff, people are going to tune in.
Yeah.
And then so people will go like, where's all this stuff? Where's all this stuff? I'm still waiting. And then people hate watch.
Yeah.
Right. Once you get popular enough, then you get hate watch.
You get
Howard Stern blew up that way from hate watching.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people who tune in that can't wait to say wait for what she says next so they can clip it, call her a fucking retard or a bigot or stupid or crazy. So.
Yeah. So anyway, what I thought was interesting. So I'll say this about the Candace thing. I thought she was a little too celebratory about achieving that number to the sentiment where for the first time ever, I was like, wow, maybe she is more sort of motivated by the success of all this than I originally thought, which might sound naive on my part, where you're just like, yeah, they're all trying to be at the top of the mountain. But like, I guess the difference is like, if somebody went to Joe Rogan and went like, hey man, you climb back into the number one spot, he wouldn't give a shit. He'd be like, all right, whatever. Like, I don't care. But she very much cared. She very much was like, she's like, we did it, everybody. We did, like, that was the goal all along. So that made me feel a little weird about it. You know, and I'm very much of the camp of like, you know, I feel the same way. Like, man, if I was brutally murdered like that, I would hope the people that love me wouldn't just accept the narrative if it smelled fishy or weird or funny in any way.
Her show's not on Spotify though, right?
I don't think so.
So I think her thing is like leaving Daily Wire, them telling her she won't be shit. She's not gonna. Nobody's gonna listen to your show after this, and blah blah blah. I can see why her being like, yeah, that was always the goal to prove that we could. You know, I'm not saying I sympathize with her, but whatever that feeling is, like, I think I understand that.
Yeah, and you know, and just listen, like you know, anybody who followed the short period of time of the Josh Denny Kanye.
Who the fuck is this bitch?
I'll tell you recognize her from the Tim Dillon interview that she did earlier this year, where he made her look like a fucking retard. She's always seems like she's on heroin when she's interviewing people. She works for CNN, but what I will say is she put Ye and I in contact in the very beginning, and she does have this very like this sort of like fuck the system kind of mindset. So I get it from that perspective of like she kind of did her own thing, carved her own
punk rock.
Yeah. So you know, the little bit I do know of Candace on a one-on-one level is that she very much is like cheers for the punk rock sort of fight the system kind of mindset, and you can't dislike that. What I think is kind of crazy is some people believe, and this interview it kind of plays to that a little bit. I'm interested to get your take on it, but this interview clip almost sort of there's one thing that always sticks out in my mind with Candace that I can never shake when it comes to like assessing her overall intelligence is the famous clip of her on Rogan where he backs her into a corner on climate change and she refuses to basically admit that she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. And it's more of a trait of black women than it is of pundits or conservatives or
was this week, this interview?
This interview was from today, I think. So yeah, this broke this afternoon, and this is this heroin addicted looking chick who interviewed Tim Dillon and was like trying to get him to explain the push of right wing influence in comedy, and he kind of ate this bitch's lunch. Candace does not eat this bitch's lunch. It's almost like in a sort of
When you say you believe that Charlie Kirk was betrayed by someone close to him, what do you mean?
I think that in the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot of financial reports that are coming out. And I, first and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that. Whether he was involved, I think the answer is yes. I think that's obvious. And
your basis for saying he didn't act alone is what?
I don't know, maybe the weird Fed messages that were concocted out of thin air that had no timestamp and were written like they were speaking in 1822, among other things. Their lack of an ability to answer any basic questions about what took place.
But do you have any proof that the messages were made up? Because that would be easily proven.
Yeah, but they didn't put timestamps on them, and Discord came out and said they didn't exist.
This was supposedly text messages, not Discord messages. It's my understanding from the indictment.
I actually did not read that they were text messages.
The indictment calls them text messages.
What would it be like the feds are like on a computer, like typing it out back and forth?
That's exactly what it is. The feds made up the text messages.
But you don't have anyone from like the FBI telling you that, or law enforcement? Leaks. Okay.
What I don't. This is their problem, and this is why I can't stand these fucking cunts. Is credentialism and this. The FBI murdered MLK. Okay, their fucking hero. Whether you think he was a Marxist, and his legacy is made up bullshit to push a social agenda, or you think he was the hero that everybody thinks. Either way, the FBI killed him.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Whether you think like the CIA was definitely involved in murdering a sitting president.
Yes.
Okay. UVU is a CIA school. They have a very unique program that only recruits the CIA. To act like she could easily go, Yeah, because I don't believe the lone gunman story that the CIA and the FBI have been feeding us every time there's a political assassination.
Correct.
That's why I
Yeah.
think he didn't act alone.
And there's
And what's your proof?
There's a really great clip of Candace saying from like a week ago when she first came back from her vacation, where she was like, when they name a street after you and give you a holiday, then I know the government killed you. And she's not wrong. You know what I mean? Like, people were mad that she was like, she just accused the Trump administration of killing Charlie Kirk. I go, no. She pointed out the fact that the United States government has a long history of naming streets and giving holidays to the people that they did whack. So coincidentally, it don't look good.
But
right?
The other thing is too, is like anybody that has this doubt that goes along with the official narrative, they go, well, where's your proof of that? No, where is your proof that this is real?
Has anyone leaked to you?
And Tyler Robinson
But has anyone? Okay.
No.
Has
I have
enforcement
leaks.
So
telling you that, or law
I have
enforcement?
leaks.
Okay.
Okay, so that face right there, though, I will tell you, that's the face of somebody who's just got caught lying. So regardless of what her sources are, when she goes, I have leaks, that's literally a black woman lying under interrogation. I've seen it 100 times. I've seen them do it when they were stealing video games from my video stores when I was 19 years old. That blink and that I have leaks, like, you don't know shit. Like, bitch, you're lying. So that's a lie. When she said I have leaks, that's not true. I will say that.
No.
Has anyone leaked to you?
And Tyler Robinson
But has anyone said to you, even off the record, like, yeah, we faked these?
I have very strong sources everywhere on both sides.
Well, I look forward to seeing the evidence of
Yeah,
that.
sure. Because when we keep talking about evidence, it's like, who's going to present that evidence? Like the mainstream media? Like who are you expecting to come
be a
out?
hot story.
No, it wouldn't be.
It would be.
It wouldn't be.
If the FBI, like if I had a source telling me, like if I had proof that the FBI faked those messages, that would be an enormous story.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we live in a post-Epstein world and we know how stories get shut down. And
yeah, so obviously there's a longer interview there. But, you know, we're sort of 2 for 2 with like dumb bitch interviews this week. And, you know, so do I think Candace has any real information about this that makes her an authority on it? No. And that's why when she said, I have leaks, I have sources, like, that's not true. But do I think she's right in her suspicion that what we're being told is bullshit? Yes, I do.
Yeah, but like that's what I think. Like, why wouldn't she just push back and go, no, what's your proof? Because they said so.
She also, and I'm just like, just go. Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Like that. If anybody asks me that, they go, "What do you think, Evan?" I go, "I don't buy what they're telling us. I don't buy it." And people go, "Oh, so you?" And people love to put words in your mouth. They go, "Oh, so you think the Jews killed Charlie Kirk?" I go, "Nobody said that. Nobody said that." But do I buy? Do I
think they didn't kill him?
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I just look at this situation, and as we've said many times on the show, we've talked about this. There were too many anomalies that day for both turning points, routine, and for events of that stature, like no on-site EMS. The reaction. Listen, I don't care what the fuck Turning Point came out and said about Mikey McCoy. Like, when Charlie was shot, he just turned and immediately called Erica and did the protocol. Dude, if you and I were doing an event and you got shot and we had a protocol of who in your family to call, I'm not gonna hear a gunshot and immediately turn and go to the protocol. I'm gonna
for the protocol.
I'm gonna react to your possible death in a human way. So, like, I think the absolute most egregious thing that would make me feel conspiratorial about that is Mikey McCoy's non-reaction to his mentor and best friend and boss getting shot in the fucking neck. The fact that you just turned around and put your phone to your ear, like, it's done. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like to me. Like, we did it, boys. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it looked like. So to me, it's like, there's nothing that makes that. And they came out and they were like, he was following the protocol to call Erica and tell her to get security, and as if this was they were going to get the whole like it was a mob thing where they were going to come after her next or something. Like, shut the fuck up, man. This 20-year-old kid is not.
The mob is Jewish
in protocols, dude. He would have been like, oh my God, my friend. Like, he would have had a human reaction to it as anybody would have. So I don't know. Do I think she has some smoking gun evidence? No. I think she is milking. She's hoping to get some, and she's stalling episode by episode by episode until maybe she does get something that's juicy enough to unleash. But do I think she's wrong in her suspicion of no, I don't. I think she's dead on that they're not telling us the truth. I think there are people that were close to Charlie, whether it be people inside the American government, people that work for the Israeli government, or people that even work for Turning Point, or a combination of those three things that were involved in the taking out of Charlie Kirk. And I've even said, like, more so than the Israel did it conspiracy, I have a strong belief it's possible that our own government did it so that they had a
reason to.
Well, no, so that they had a galvanizing point, a lightning rod, because they're so unpopular. I mean, look at these elections on Tuesday. The Trump administration is not getting anything done that they said they were going to get done. They haven't gotten us out of wars. This administration and the sort of the people down the chain from the administration and the Senate and Congress have been overwhelmingly Israel first in the face of a nation who is jumping off the Israel ship quicker and faster than ever.
Motherfucking gas. I paid $4.19 the other day. It was $4.55 yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, it's never been under $4 in California since the pandemic.
I just don't understand. Like, people think that this is like some great, like, if you can't critique the Israeli government, if you can't critique our government, if you can't critique any government, there's no point of us having the freedom of speech. And to act like, I don't care if you go, she's fucking crazy, I can't listen to this shit, how the fuck, what an anti-Semite. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, because you're never going to get to, like, they're like Tucker Carlson. They just, every day they what's that, Mark Levin, he'll call him Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, the Qatar shit is so stupid.
Yeah, but you're like, and then you're like, and all he does is attack Jews in Israel. No, you literally are attacking him by saying he's paid by Qatar, and then he has any objective criticism about foreign policy as an American. He's the biggest fucking demon anti-Semite to you. Like, Laura Loomer. Did you know that Laura Loomer, if you want to talk to generals and shit,
she has government clearance,
like military clearance. Like, if you want to talk to a general and stuff, you have to like go through Laura Loomer and get a fucking you're like, what kind of shit is this? This fucking Mac Tonight moonface bitch who literally looks like a fucking jigsaw killer from Saw is the access point liaison between generals and asking questions. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? And if we can't objectively say that this is fucking crazy, like, there's a reason that Mamdani won with 18 to 29-year-olds, and they don't want to admit it. It has everything to do with Israel. They don't want to admit that everything that they've done is draw the attention to, they're Jew haters. Everyone's a Jew hater. And like, let me check out what they're talking about. And like, maybe I'm a Jew hater because this is annoying the shit out of me. Right? Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you the absolute, it's like the absolute Matrix vase conundrum of like, if I didn't say anything, you wouldn't even have turned around. Like, that is what the Jews have done to me, where like, if you go back and chart this course, like, I've been so anti-Islamic that I was very unnecessarily sort of pro-Israel in response to being anti-Islamic for a long time. And in the face of being questioned at all, and then every question being met with like, well, that's only something an anti-Semite would say.
Yeah, dude, that shit makes you go, all right, well, then I'm an anti-Semite then.
Makes me, it's just, you turn to me. the Jews turned me anti-Semitic in the sense of like, it's literally like, hey man, you guys really killed a lot of civilians over there. And they go like, I'm sorry, are you some kind of anti-Semite with that commentary? And you're like, no, I just asked a question. Like, don't you feel like that's a little excessive? Like, well, it would only be excessive in the eyes of an anti-Semite. And you just go, well, I'm not an anti-Semite. I'm just asking questions. And well, only an anti-Semite would ask so many questions of such a nature. And you're just like, well, God damn it. Now I'm on their side. You know?
I'm like Tucker. My what turned me off from all the whole Israel shit, because I expect Jews to go hard for Israel.
Yeah, that's not unexpected.
The Christian Zionists, the dispensational Christians that literally go like, they're the chosen people. I go, what the fuck? All the Mike Huckabees and the Southern Baptist fucking idiots. I'm like, dude, that's not in my Bible. I don't know what the fuck y'all are reading. Where they're just like, yeah, they're the chosen people, and we should be lucky to be blessed by, like, all the Officer Tatums, that dumb fucking cocksucker. They're like, man, Nick Fuentes this, and like, if you agree with one thing Fuentes says, or and like, hey, kid's got a point, all of a sudden you're an incel groiper, and you're like, you know, this incel shit they're throwing around, especially the dudes who get pussy, is never going to go well for you.
What I think is hilarious, by the way, is like, okay, so he's first of all, he's a declarative, self-pronounced virgin, and your whole fucking regime has been toppled by a 26-year-old virgin with a podcast.
Yeah, because you can't sexually blackmail them.
That's my point. Is like, okay, so hold on a second. So like, if the foundation of Judaism and Israel as a Western beacon of righteousness is so strong, how the fuck could it get toppled by a 26-year-old virgin with a podcast who's just going like, what's up with this, guys? What's going on with this, guys? And what Nick rightfully calls out, and what he's always said, is that you cannot separate this collectivism mindset that Jews have that sort of span political ideology, where it's like, you can't just go, it's the Likud party. You can't just go, it's Christian Zionists, or it's whatever. It's every Jewish affiliated person across all political spectrums and ideologies, where they are Israel first and Jews first over anything else. And I said this on X earlier today. I go, listen, to me, the modern conservative party, America First, pretty simple, right? And I'll take it a more liberal way than most people on the Christian right now are. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. You can be gay. I don't give a fuck about any of that. You better speak English. There better only be one flag in your house, and it better be an American one. You better follow our fucking laws, and you better assimilate to our culture. Those are the rules for being part of America First. And
but wouldn't our culture be based in Christian ideals, Christian?
Yes, you can unravel that as sort of the foundation of our government. When I say follow our laws and adopt our culture, yes, it would inevitably be part of those things, because those things are inherent to our culture. But my point is if you do those things and you don't call yourself a Christian, I don't care. I'm not going to lose sleep over that. I don't need undying allegiance to the same God as me. But it's sort of like, it's that sort of thing of like, you don't got to agree with me, but when you're in my house, you'll fucking respect what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's you have to have respect for the fact that this is a white English speaking Christian nation.
See, that's where you're wrong. Out there, 1990s. In here, 1954.
But you know what I mean? Like, so and Nick is just a young guy who's sort of representing that of like, listen, you've left all of us behind. And by the way, Nick is going after the same like Neverland Island of Misfit Toys young voter base that AOC and Bernie are going after, and Mondani went after. They're going after the same voter base, which is
18 to 30.
18 to 30 people who have never had any sort of financial success, any sort of entrepreneurial success, business success, people that who were basically told like, hey, you can grow up and be a cog in a machine, and in America the machine's pretty good and you'll have a pretty good life. And then they got there to the end and they got their student loans and they did their college and they came out with the debt and they go, okay, plug me into the machine. And we go, no, the machine's been shut down and moved to China. And you go, whoa, what
and the only fundamental difference between, I'd say, the Groypers and like the dumb leftists is that
like the socialists, the communist leftists, right?
Yeah, they are afraid to name the source or the reason, and the Groyper kids aren't.
Yes, because
they're not afraid to say like, yeah, it's because you have all these fucking stinky Indians at Microsoft. They're not afraid to say like, hey, their culture don't mess with it. Whereas 18 to 29-year-old liberal New Yorker women are gonna vote in their own lack of safety by they're afraid to be racism. That's where the woke shit comes in. Like,
imagine hating Trump so much. And I watch people vote for Prop 50 this week, like, but literally sign over their fucking representative government because I know they just hate Trump.
We didn't even bring that up.
They think they're fighting Trump by voting for Prop 50. And literally, did you see O'Keefe Media Group come out with a video today that was a Gavin Newsom staffer who goes, yeah, he's literally about to take all that money he raised for Prop 50 and push it into a PAC for his presidential campaign in 2028.
Yeah. Did you see the exit poll that they did?
Yeah, 92% believe that 92% of people believe that an independent commission should decide,
should draw the party lines,
should draw the districts, and they voted against that.
I couldn't believe it, dude. Like, I can believe it, but I can't believe it, dude, at the same time.
This is where California is overwhelmingly affected by Trump derangement syndrome. And there are people that we know that we consider friends, comics, that are so TDS'd that they'll vote for anything that's opposite what Trump wants, even if it was their own incineration. Like, these are literally Jews that would willingly walk into Auschwitz like, wait a minute, Trump says this place is bad? Well, then I'm going.
It must be all right. Hey, and we get showers?
Yeah. Listen, if we wanted a final solution, all we'd have to do is have Trump recommend their survival. Like, Trump should come out and go, there's nothing more important than the Jewish people, okay?
He does do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he would go, what they should do is start committing mass suicides.
If he came out and go, I love the communists. Actually, communism is the best. It's actually the best. You should try it. Going communism is our next step. And they'll be like, fuck communism, America. And I'm like, tight, dude. This is awesome.
Yeah,
Trump has
to start doing more reverse psychology. I wish everybody was gay. These fucking gay guys divorcing each other and fucking ugly fat women and having kids immediately.
That was such that's an old earthquake joke. It's like, I wish all you niggas was gay.
Yeah.
No pussy for me, nigga.
Dov Davidoff has that joke. He goes, I wish every other guy was gay because you'd have so much leverage in an argument. She'd be like, I don't like when he goes, oh yeah, where are you going to go?
I wish every nigga in this room was gay.
Yeah,
I'm getting old, pussy nigga.
That's gonna get clipped. You say I wish every nigga in this room was gay. Yeah. So
what is this written on my agenda? Stormy Daniels.
Oh yeah, did you see? Speaking of like, so we talk about
seen how fat she got.
Oh my god, did you see how ugly she got? I mean, it's bad.
She was never pretty.
No, but I mean, like.
I know she's 300 fucking pounds.
Oh my god, it's like it's unbelievable.
She should take that fucking the ads that we get, the Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, she needs to be on a Kilimanjaro diet, I'll tell you that.
And here's another question while you pull that up. Do you think Indian breast milk is just sour cream?
Oh, why would you do that? Why would you?
You see the guy who went to the poop festival and tried to document it?
don't even know that there's a poop festival.
Exactly. So he showed up in India, went to a poop festival.
This isn't on the far right, by the way. The before and after. So that's the Stormy Daniels on the left. It was like Trump tried to fuck me for money, and then that's her now on the right.
That's her after she had to pay Trump's legal fees.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, courtesy of the Hodge twins.
And her lawyer went to prison.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's right. That guy did go to prison. That's pretty
They
fun.
tried to gaslight us with all this shit. And he was like, ew.
Oh my God. You think I fucked her? I couldn't. Never could.
I loved his defense in that fucking bullshit rape lawsuit where he was just like, quite frankly, I mean, you're not attractive. I wouldn't talk to you. He's like trying to talk to the prosecutor.
Yeah, that was, like, I wouldn't rape you either, you dumb bitch. I wouldn't rape anybody in here.
I mean, maybe if you don't want to give me the pussy, but really, I can get any pussy.
Never had to rape. They've always given it willingly.
So the guy goes to a poop festival in India.
Why do
he
you
documents it?
Why do you know this? Why do you know any of this?
Because it was on my X feed. He wanted to go and document and make a documentary about it, and he got doxxed by like hundreds of thousands of Indians.
Ugh.
So then he caved and was like, "Guys, I'm not going to release this doc. My life has been a living hell for the last 2 weeks. I've been doxxed by hundreds of thousands of Indians." And I'm like, dude, this is all the more reason to release a Poop Fest doc. Right? And dude, they are literally like doxing this guy about poop and saying like, where is cows? Where's cows? It's cow dung fest. You're misrepresenting us. And like,
is this
so
the
you're
thing
trying to tell me that you don't eat
face and rubbing it on each other and shit and like washing their hands in it and
it's India, bro. I figured they did that everywhere. You seen their rivers?
I can't, dude. There's no amount of money. Listen, you know, I have that bit where I talk about.
I would do the Saudi fest before I do an India fest.
Yeah, that when I said earlier this year, I found out I'm more racist than I am straight. Where I'm like, definitely Hunter Schafer over Simone Biles. Hunter Schafer over every Indian woman that's ever lived. Every Indian woman that's ever lived, I would take.
Because you got to go like, what has she got, a dick?
Now, listen.
Ew, what do they got, Indian toes?
Listen, I'm going to hit you with this fun medical fact. There's probably a 50-50 chance Hunter Schafer has shit on his dick. There's 100,000% chance that every Indian woman has shit in her pussy and every Indian man has shit on his dick. 100,000%. 100,000%. So if I'm sucking something, I'm going to take the odds.
I've never seen an Indian dick, and now I'm kind of curious.
I can't. No, I would rather see a trans dick than an Indian. I mean, I've seen a trans dick. I know. Listen, I know I can handle a Chipotle.
You've seen a trans dick?
Yeah. You didn't watch the Gavin episode that inspired the whole bit that I opened my special with about the burrito? It looks like a Chipotle burrito that's very poorly wrapped.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, that was a thing. That wasn't like real.
No, that's real.
See, I never saw like the thing. I saw the like the stitches. Remember the thing that they showed like their stitches in their arm?
No. But you never saw the hog. Yeah, no.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, no,
I'm not doing that.
I didn't seek that out either. Gavin made a whole show about it and literally like Bill Nye the Science Guy it with a pointer and was like, "This is what it looks like when it's done." And I was like, "What?" And I was literally like, "I'm a bowl guy from now on," and that's what inspired the bit. That
the bowl thing is hilarious, but the fact
that's where it comes from, though, is that Gavin did an episode and I watched that and I was like, oh.
But it is Chipotle burrito. It's not like a quesarito or something.
This is my.
It's got to be drippy with fucking weird like solution on it or something.
It's way too big. It's way too much.
Because it's a guy made it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like let's make it bigger than anyone should ever have. You know.
A doctor. You think there's any female doctors that are doing these surgeries for them?
Well, it is funny though. Like I used to have. You remember? I used to have a variation of the bit where I go, "Of course they're too big. Women are getting them made for themselves. Of course, they're like, I don't know, 14 inches." And you're like, "You stupid dumb bitch doesn't know measurements. Go ahead, give her a 14-inch fucking burrito. You dumb and make her smoke the whole pack."
My whole pants don't fit, and it hurts when I pee.
Heavy. It's they don't even like when their purse is too heavy. Enjoy that thing dangling between your legs.
Oh god,
So-
it's got to rip at some point, right?
It rips. It's built ripped. It's ripped immediately. It's all
Just like a Chipotle burrito, they got to double wrap that thing, right?
yeah.
How many of those dicks are double wrapped?
Yeah. They send them home with an extra tortilla just in case. They get a tortilla on the side.
They just wanted to catch all the stuff when it falls out.
Could I get an extra side of chips for when this splits down the middle and everything falls out?
I don't even want to know what the chips are in this context.
That's a keeper. Yeah. It's all, but by the way, like, again, I say this wholeheartedly, sincerely, 100% over a God-made organic Indian dick all day, every day. Like Chipotle burrito over chicken tandoori or whatever. I couldn't do it. I can't.
You're talking about, yeah, but that wasn't the question. It's like Indian women.
Same.
You're not going to compare like what would I rather be gay for? That's gross.
Yeah. Chipotle over India everywhere, buddy. All over the place.
I'm just thinking about like the curry stink puss.
Yes, yeah, it's not good.
It has to have like a BO level of like
It's
3,000.
not good. It's not good.
That is my chutney nutney, buddy.
No.
Bust a chutney. That they're disgusting. Their culture is not mesh with ours.
That's why I thought was so funny when one of the Jonases married Priyanka Chopra and they go, wow, can you believe their age difference? And I go, she's Indian. Does it even matter at this point? Like, she could be 1,000.
What is she even from?
Priyanka Chopra.
What am I supposed to know her now? Like, can you believe she met? Like, who is she?
Isn't she the daughter?
Nick Jonas is the famous guy.
Isn't she the daughter of Deepak Chopra?
I don't even know who that is.
Deepak Chopra was like a author or something. Oh, no relation. They just all. This is the other thing I don't like. Why do they all have the same names?
Why?
Everyone's a Chopra.
You know why?
Okay, I answered my own question.
You know why?
Priyanka?
I don't know why, but you know why.
Priyanka Chopra. She's a year older than me. She looks 1,000.
They don't age well. They're not good age defying culture.
Yeah, she's married to Nick Jonas. She's 43. Nick Jonas is 33. Ugh. Who's putting their dick in a mudslide every day? Just like, yeah, that's my shit.
Just one, it's just like fucking you pull it out and your dick's the color of saffron.
I think we can. Oh, dude. You know what I bet it looks like? You know when white girls put too much bronzer on their hands and it's like there's like a residue left?
That's what happens when he pulls his fucking cock out of there. It's just like, bronzer. Babe, I think your bronzer's on my cock. Yeah, bronzer.
Speaking of which, I filled the bowl with bronzer before the show. It was one of those where I was like, I have to take a shower.
I got to do that. I actually got to do that. Like ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, I like how Josh goes, the names are part of the caste system. Yeah.
That is formed by incest.
Yes, the caste system, which is a hard shit, soft shit, diarrhea, liquid diarrhea, all liquid.
That's it.
And then the spiritual shit.
And the fact that I'm supposed to buy into their caste system too. Like, no. The Patels have less stinky pussy.
First of all, I don't believe any of them have not stinky pussy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't buy into your system.
You could show me these prettiest ones and I would go, I wouldn't dare.
Show me the feet.
Yeah, I don't need to see. I mean, I'll tell you what.
It's like, look how pretty she is. Okay. Show me her feet.
Yeah. Any knuckle on the body.
She's got
any
round fucking gorilla knuckles that look like they just punched the Amazon mud.
Yeah. You know what's funny is Indian hands are so grossly shit covered that when they do that fucking hentai shit or henna tattoo on their hands, I don't even see it half the time for like the first hour, and then I go, oh, they poured other shit on there in a shape.
This doesn't come off for days. Like, if you wash it, it would.
Yeah, exactly. If you get soap, you get it off immediately. I promise you, it's not that bad.
I got this days ago. Ew.
Yeah, wipe that. It's just, of all the things you could culturally rebel against, right? You guys were like, the toilet paper we don't do. We don't.
Even a bidet would be fine, but they got shit in the water.
Yeah.
So they have shitty bidets.
Imagine blasting your shit ass with other people's shit.
They're like, this is good. This is where you put the shit back into your shit so you get the double shit. What do you mean we can't use shit to put the shit? I told you don't use the shit to put the shit.
Yeah, there was a period of time when I was in one of my cancellations. There was this Indian lady, what's her name? Something O'Chowdhury. And she was like, she did one of those things where she posted my face, like as if it was some sort of gotcha. And I was just like, your people think shit is charcoal. What are we talking? Like, don't.
Yeah, dude. The other day, this dude tried to say that nobody can point me to the India NASA, the Indian Microsoft, and they go, we are all CEOs of your companies. And we go, not for long, dude. That shit is not going to fly. When we start canceling H1B, and the other thing is too, if you're in such a great country and Indians are so smart and so amazing, why do you guys pout and cry when we mention canceling H1Bs? You need our country for remittance to send back to your country where you build nothing. You can't even build sanitation systems in your cesspool country.
Yeah, this was the woman who posted a picture of my face as if it were some sort of proof that I am an unattractive person. And never in my life have I felt more confident that I was on the right side of history. Let me just pull this up for the people. Rabia Chowdhury. This thing was like, you're an unattractive man. And I was like, oh, am I?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, am I? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I? Am I an unattractive man? Am I, what is this? What is this? What is this?
Ew, dude. She looks like Gregory Hines.
She looks like Jar Jar Stinks.
Mister, people gonna die. My dog just climbed up here, which he never really does. So.
Yeah. Is it because the Clydesdales are working on the building again?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I like that your dog's bailing you out of having to poop. What's he doing? Yeah, I like see his paw. Winston.
Hey, buddy. Oh, that's my cue. We both got a shit, buddy.
Yeah. Both sounds like you both need to go for a walk. Well, I'm good. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Fun Friday night show as always. Follow us on Patreon, BigUglies.com. You can support the show over there. It's your one-stop shop for everything Big Uglies. You can get your merch. You can support the show. You can hate for 8. You do whatever you want to do over there. It's the way to do it. And support us over on YouTube as well. Give us a sub. Give us a like. Leave some comments. And we'll see you guys again next Friday.
Bow, bow, bow.